Hi, it's Paulie here. So, hard to kind of tell you this, but so my family were ultra religious, of course, and so they didn't take to my transition, obviously. But just after I'd started my transition, my mother began dying of dementia. She went exactly the way her own mother went. She just descended into absolute delusion. It was absolutely heartbreaking to see. And I'm on one half of the country and she was like a continent away. So I tried to keep in touch by phone and video as much as I could, but very hard to cross, 2,500 miles to actually visit. But I did, and I was a bit trepidatious about it because though she had seen me on video as my new and chosen self, we hadn't met face to face before. When we met, she had gone quite downhill by this stage, but I just lit up her world because she saw me and she thought I was her younger sister come back again. Now, she loved her younger sister, who'd been a page 3 model and everything, but that sister had died 30, 40 years ago. But she surged up out of her wheelchair and grabbed me by the arm, and she was just so happy to see me, and she just dragged me off and she began talking to her beloved sister. And I had to think, because do I try and disillusion her? And then I realised I can't. She's too far gone now. But that joy she had was very, very real. So I didn't disillusion her. I knew that this was the last gift I'd ever be able to give her. So for one day, she was 20 years old again, and she had her beloved sister back. And she just told me all the things that she'd wanted to say. My mother died a few weeks later. The medical staff and my family conspired to keep the news of her death from me, and I didn't find out about it really till after her funeral. And they did this because they didn't want a transgender woman at their funeral. Okay, so every single trans woman has some kind of trauma and tragedy somewhere in her journey. I was at a demonstration recently, and it was interesting because it was the transgender community coming together out of love to support younger trans people. And what struck me as I saw the faces of all of the trans people there and all the allies that had come was that everyone was there out of love. But as I looked at the trans women, it was interesting because I was amazed at how beautiful they all are. They might not look classically beautiful, some of them do, my God, but there's an inner beauty from their joy and their strength that comes through. Each of them has been on a journey and has found themselves, and they're now living their joy. They found themselves and they're happy, and that just shines through. It was amazing. I've seen a lot of anti-trans comments and mockery sites up online, and there's entire communities banded together to desperately try and mock the trans community. But the thing that also shines through on that is the little transgender folk who are out there online are making their content out of that same love for their subjects, love for their community. They're done with pure intent. Whereas the anti-trans content and the trans mockery content is all created entirely out of hatred, and that too shines through. Of those two communities, I know which one is actually beautiful. And of those two communities, I know which one actually shows real strength. And I'm very glad to be a transgender woman. My transition began with self-discovery and began with that final gift to my mother. And it remains a gift to me every single day of my life. Okay, much love everybody, and hopefully we'll meet around a gaming table someday. Okay, bye.